loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This week we're going to be doing this pop-in purple cut crease look with some orange and yellow vibes. Yeah, it's beautiful. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. The palette that we're going to be using today is the EYN Brights, and right now the color that I'm using for my crease is called Tangerine Dream. So I'm just going to take this fluffy blending brush and I'm just going to buff it in and then flick it out so that I get that cat eye shape. So then I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and I'm going to go into this yellow shade called Hello Sunshine, and I'm just going to basically blend out the edges with that. And if you notice what I'm doing here, basically I'm stamping on the color first and then I'm going to go ahead and use circular motions to blend it out. That's a new technique that I learned and it's really been helping me with blending my colors. So yeah. And then I'm just going to go back in with that first orange shade and basically bring back some of the color that we left. So now I'm taking the shade Heat Wave and I'm going to blend that directly underneath Tangerine Dream. Now I'm dipping into Cherryade and I'm going to blend that directly underneath that second orangey shade. So basically I'm just making like a rainbow of colors and it's going from yellow to orange to red. And I'm going to blend out the edges with that orange shade that we put on previously. Then I'm taking another small blending brush and I'm going to go into this shade called Wisteria and I'm going to put that underneath the red. And as you guys can see, the pigments in this palette are bomb. Like, look how much color payoff I'm getting, and I'm barely like taking any color. So yeah, I think it was like 18 or 19 euros or pounds or however that they do it. But I think that equals to about like $26, $27. But it's so worth the money. And now I'm just going back in and intensifying those previous colors that we put on. And as usual, I'm going to cut my crease with the P.Louse Base in number 3. And I basically left a lot of this into the video just so you guys can get an idea of how much goes into me actually cutting my crease, because I am no professional, but I do like the way it came out. And then I'm dipping into this color called Drama Queen, and I'm going to use that for the outer edges. I would not recommend using a fluffy brush to stamp this on. I literally just couldn't find a clean eyeshadow brush. It's been a while, but yeah, I couldn't find a clean one, so I would recommend that you guys use a regular eyeshadow brush. And so now I'm just using like this little flat brush just so I can get up by the edges and make sure that none of that base is peeking through. And then I'm going into this metallic-y shade for the lid, and it's called Spontaneous, and I'm basically doing the same thing and blending the edges into that darker purple shade. And after I do some touch-ups, I'm just going to go into Fairytale and I'm going to put that basically on the inner corner of my eye. And now I'm taking a makeup remover wipe just so I can make sure that the edges are very crisp and neat before I go in with my eyeliner, which as always is going to be the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. For lashes, I'm using these from Aliexpress, and they're in the style D08. For primer, I'm using the new Wet n Wild. Is it new? I don't know. It's new to me. But it's their Dewy Lumineux primer. And just to add some more hydration, I'm going to use their Rose Primer Water. The faces I make during makeup. Hoocha. Anyways, for foundation, I'm going into the MAC Studio Fix and NC55. And for concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear and NC45. So now I'm just blending that out with the Real Techniques 402 brush, which I have a new love for. Like, I usually use the sponge, but I actually like the brush. But the key here is to not use too much pressure. You're just lightly tapping to blend it out, and it, as you can see, it blends out so flawlessly. So now I'm just tapping over the edges just so that it's even more blended with the sponge. And this time I'm using a dry sponge. I usually use it damp, but I actually like it dry, so you know, you live and you learn. And then to cream contour, I'm using 2 of these foundation sticks from Ulta Beauty, which I always use in my videos. The names will be down below because I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm just using the darker ones in my cheeks, so just so that you guys can note that. And then I'm blending out my nose contour with a brush, which I usually don't do. So this is also a new technique that I'm using, and I actually like it because it basically helps my nose to not look as muddy. So, and then I'm just gonna blend the rest out with the sponge. And I'm just going to take another Real Techniques brush and I'm going to blend out the edges of the contour. And then I'm going to set my highlighted areas with the Sachacosmetics Buttercup setting powder. And then I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep to set the contour. I only use this when I don't want the contour to be that harsh because it's like only slightly darker than my skin tone. And then I'm setting my face with the shade Dark just to bring everything together and make sure everything's blended perfectly. And for highlight, I'm going into the Wet n Wild Hustle and Glow Loose highlighter. And you guys, this highlighter is so beautiful. I'm just so upset that the camera doesn't really do much justice for when I put on highlighter. I'm still working out the kinks with that, but I don't want to be putting on matte highlighter and then I just look crazy in person and then, you know, just do it for the pictures of the video. But yeah, so it's pretty. And then I'm just adding some into my inner tear ducts to highlight that portion as well. So now I'm taking Heat Wave and I'm just applying that to the lower lash line. And then I'm taking Hello Sunshine and I'm just going to blend out the edges with that. These are the only 2 colors that I'm using on the bottom lash line. If you want to, you can use all of those colors. I just ain't had time for that. And to line my waterline, I'm just going in with this LA Girl Neon Liner in the color Vivid. So for blush, I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to be using an eyeshadow from the EYN palette, and the color shade is called Tutu. So now I'm taking this Lilac glitter liner from Qibest, and I'm just going to put this on the inner portion of my eye. I don't know the exact shade name because the sticker came off, but it is the lilac one. And then to line my lips, I'm going in with the NYX lip pencil in brown. And then I'm taking half caked lip fondant in the color Power Trip, which I think is so cute that they're sticking with like the bakery cake theme. But yeah. And then I'm just setting my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, and there you have it. If you do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and come back next week for my video. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.